the eye that sees truth, dissolving the self in this very moment. Let's begin with something familiar. Have you ever scrolled through photos on your phone and suddenly realized nothing you see is actually there? Just pixels, light, color. And yet, your mind creates the rest. A face, a memory, a story. In the same way, what we call the world, the self, even the I, is not what it appears to be. Chapter 1. The 4 Insight Practices. You may have heard of the 4 insight practices. Insight into the body, insight into feelings, insight into the mind, insight into mental phenomena. At their core, all these revolve around one essential observation: the 5 aggregates, the processes that give rise to our sense of self and lived experience. Form, feeling, perception, mental formations, consciousness. Everything we experience arises through these 5 aggregates. Nothing is experienced outside of them. Observing their moment-to-moment arising and ceasing is to witness how the illusion of self is constructed. Chapter 2. The Arising I. Let's examine the eye faculty as an example. We tend to think of the eye as a camera, always open, always seeing. But that eye doesn't exist as an independent faculty. It only comes into being when specific conditions arise. It's like a flashlight in a dark room. You don't see until the beam illuminates something. Likewise, for seeing to happen, 3 conditions must meet: the eye, an object, and eye consciousness. The Buddha explains in the sutta, dependent on the eye and forms, eye consciousness arises. The meeting of these 3 is contact. This isn't abstract philosophy. It's how perception actually unfolds in each moment. Chapter 3. The Role of the Mind. Perception as construction. Consider another example. Driving through traffic. You see a red light. You stop. But what is a red light? It's just light of a particular wavelength striking your retina. The mind interprets it as red, stop, danger. You don't perceive raw light. You perceive meaning, shaped by mental formations at that moment. Our mind doesn't passively receive the world. It actively constructs it. The eye doesn't see a chair, a person, or a tree. It detects color and shape. It's the mind that assigns labels, emotions, and identities, filtered through habits, conditioning, and memory. Chapter 4. The Drum and the Vibration. Imagine striking one side of a drum. A resonant sound emerges from the other side, not from the strike alone, but from the drum's entire structure. Like this resonance, your experience isn't simply out there. It's shaped from within, by your mental structure, your conditioning. Chapter 5. The Concrete Factory and the Spider's Web. Think of a concrete factory. It combines raw materials, sand, gravel, water, and pours them into molds. Your mind operates similarly. It integrates sensory data, which are sights, sounds, touches, tastes, thoughts, and pours them into molds of meaning. My red car, my child, my home, my career. But these aren't externally existing entities or fixed identities. They are mental constructions, perceptions shaped by contact. Or consider a spider's web. When a fly touches it, the spider doesn't see, it feels the vibration. That's contact. We function the same way. We don't experience the world directly. We feel its impressions through the constructed web of mind. Chapter 6. What is liberation? What does this understanding mean for our lives? It reveals that we don't live in a solid, continuously existing external world. We inhabit a mind-made model, constructed moment by moment, perception by perception. We repeat the same thought patterns, react to the same triggers, perpetuate the same suffering. But underneath, it's all just a stream of mind moments, arising and ceasing. Liberation doesn't come from escaping life, but from seeing through the illusion. It's awakening to the penetrative insight of how thoughts and perceptions are constructed. Through insight, we recognize, this thought is not me. This feeling is not mine. This perception arises and ceases. This direct realization is the path to freedom. Chapter 7. Daily Application, a practical moment of insight. Imagine you're in a grocery store. Someone cuts in front of you in line. Frustration arises. Pause. Breathe. Notice the thought. How rude. Notice the feeling. Irritation. Notice the identity. I was disrespected. But where is the disrespect? In your mind. Where is the I feeling disrespected? Also in your mind. The event happened. But the story was constructed within you. This is where insight lives, in these ordinary moments. When we learn to observe the process of arising and ceasing clearly and calmly, we begin to awaken. Final chapter. The true Dhamma eye opens. This path doesn't ask you to withdraw from life. It invites you to see the timeless truth as it truly is. Use your body and mind as a tool to awaken to the truth. Your senses as gateways to understanding. As you observe deeply, a particular wisdom emerges. Nana. You no longer reject the world. You understand it, and in that understanding, you are no longer caught. You are no longer bound. You are free. So the next time you see, hear, or feel something, pause. Ask, what is really happening here? Am I seeing reality, or a construction of the mind? In that moment, a new eye opens. And that eye, the one that sees the arising and ceasing, is the true path to peace. This is the eye that sees timeless truth. Awaken to the timeless truth within, and be liberated from illusion.